Hello everybody, this is Intrepid83 and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X HD. Today, dear viewers...
The final showdown with Sheen. I say let's get this show on the road!
We are not going to face Sin. Not yet, anyway. But we are going after the Venus Sigil. And in order to do so, we need to go to the Thunder Plains.
Yeehaw! Here we go!
Now this one, along with the Sun Sigil, is probably considered to be one of the most infamous or nefarious mini-games, if you want to call it that, to be able to get the Sigil. The Sun Sigil, we had a 45-second race or so, where we were basically just relying on the RNG to give us a good distribution of balloons and being able to avoid the birds, and then being able to get a finishing time of less than 0.0 seconds. This one can be a bit more frustrating, because whereas you're relying on the RNG with the Sun Sigil, for the most part, there is a bit of a, I guess you could say, skill involved, if you will, or the human factor, if you will, in the Sun Sigil, and being able to dodge the birds and get the balloons and all that kind of stuff. But the biggest factor there is the RNG, getting enough balloons planted in your way to be able to do it. The Venus Sigil is all you. And your patience, and your ability to focus, and keep that focus for about 15 minutes or so. Now the problem with this one is that if you mess up, you have to start over again. And what would you be starting over again? Well, you would be starting over again attempting to dodge 200 consecutive lightning bolts here on the Thunder Plains. And yes, I would say this would, in the best case scenario, would take you about 15 minutes to do. Maybe a bit quicker if you choose to do pick another spot that I'll be, as opposed to what I'll be using. There's actually two spots that I'm aware of on the Thunder Plains here that can definitely help out. It makes it so that the lightning bolts are predictable, and you just have to just get in a groove, so to speak, and then just go with it, kind of thing. One spot is very much rhythm based. The other is a bit quicker, like slightly quicker. I actually timed it with the average number of the average time that it takes to dodge the lightning bolt. It is slightly quicker, but when you're multiplying that by 200. Obviously, that can make a bigger difference down the line. Now, if you get, as I said, if you mess up, it's your fault. Or I guess if you get distracted by somebody that comes barging into the room or whatever, that can be unfortunate for sure. But yeah, if you get to 199 consecutive lightning bolts and you get struck by the next one, you have to start over again. You start over from 0. And you go all try to dodge 200 again. On the plus side, if you get to 189 and you get struck, there's a little bit that they at least included some other prizes for you to get for the effort. I'll have those listed in the video description of the different tiers of number of lightning bolts to dodge to get each prize. And yeah, so if that happens to you, oh man, I feel for you. I don't think I've ever had it go that bad for me, where I got to 189 and I got struck. And Lord forbid that ever happens to me. And Lord forbid that ever happens to you if it's never happened to you. But yeah, if that happens to you, just come back to the travel agency here. There should be a treasure chest out front, and you can get your prizes for the effort that you put in, at least for as high as you got before you have to try for the Venus Sigil again. Unfortunately, these prizes are one time only, so you can only get them once. So yeah, hopefully, hopefully you can do it in one shot. If not, hopefully you can do it in two, because yeah, it could get, as you can no doubt guess, this one can get rather frustrating. You can definitely get frustrated with yourself if you're having trouble focusing. I'd suggest maybe get something to drink alongside you. You know, fill up on that before you start, and just something to get the sugar going, to get the blood going, get the adrenaline going, so that you can stay focused for the amount of time it'll take to actually dodge these lightning bolts. Now, for me, I need to be able to focus. There are numerous ways that people are able to do this for themselves. I'm guessing everybody is different, and for my case, I will be demonstrating slash explaining how I do it. Now, this first spot I'm going to show you is not the spot I will be using. This spot I didn't even know existed until I watched Coder Wilson's video years ago. It's up in the north end here. And this one up here is a bit quicker than the one that I will be using, but the reason why I'm using the one I'm using is because, well, this one is a bit more... Oh, I'm about to get struck. Alright, yeah, I might as well just let it strike me. Still haven't gotten that other prize for being struck. These two craters right here. Notice the lightning is striking rather quickly there. Got one and two. Yeah, up here it strikes twice in a row. Now I actually did time the time per strike, and it is a bit quicker than the spot I will be using. But this one, yeah, I find I have an easier time with like being able to get into a rhythm rather than dodging two, running up, waiting for the screen to flash, and then dodging another two kind of thing. But I pointed that out just in case that kind of dodging there with the two and then waiting and then two and then waiting is your cup of tea. It is not mine, but like I said, everybody's different, so yeah. The spot I will be using is in the south end. And might as well check to see if we've been struck enough to get the second prize for being struck. And no, alright. Maybe I'll do that some other time. Do it off screen or something like that, just to... Maybe I'll use that double lightning strike spot to rack up the lightning bolts on me until I finally get it to spawn, but anyways. The spot I will be using is probably the most famous spot. And it is... this... Oh, no, that's not the crater. That's, well, that is a crater, but... this burnt-out crater right there. Now, with this lightning tower, obviously there's the two dots there on the ground. That's a good way to tell where you are. It's also a good guide as to for being able to do this. This spot, run up to the crater, lightning strikes. Normally I dodge that, run around, run up to the spot again, strikes again. This one is much easier to get into a groove, into a pattern, and this is the spot in which I will be attempting to dodge the 200 consecutive. Now, a couple of things. First of all, you have to dodge the 200 lightning bolts consecutively in one go. You cannot go and enter a shop, you cannot save it, or anything like that. As soon as you do that, the counter resets to 0. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this is true or not, but I'm going to say it anyway, just to be safe. I believe even if you get too close to a lightning rod tower like here, I believe that may also reset it to 0. So, obviously we're in a bit of a tight spot here, but as long as you keep up with the pattern here, or the routine here, just run down, run up the two dots there, dodge it, run up the two dots there, dodge it. As long as you keep doing this, you should be okay. This is the spot I will be using. So the way, as you can see there, that's how I'll be dodging it now. As far as getting to the point where you can focus to be able to do this 200 consecutive times, 200 plus, I would actually recommend if you get to 200, go for at least another 10, or as long as you can until you do get struck, because nothing's worse than thinking you have the 200 lightning bolts and you actually miscounted somewhere, and you have to do it all over again. So yeah, again, if you mess up, you mess up. So yeah. Better to do a bit more than is needed and not have to do it again than to come up short, kind of thing. So yeah. Now, as far as how I approach this is that I generally like to remove as many distractions from me as possible. For instance, during this, I will be removing my headphones. I'll have my microphone muted so I can focus entirely on this. There'll be no commentary while I'm doing this. It should take about 15 minutes for me to do it. I do plan on leaving this in, and considering I don't even have my timer on in front of me to, take that distraction away from me as well, I may have to speed it up a bit in post, just so I can fit it into the video, or at least make the video manageable. And yeah, so I'll be leaving that in. I've got some strawberry pineapple juice on my side here, and a bit of sugar in there, and I'll probably chug the rest of that before I start. Gonna mute the mic, gonna take the headphones off. Some people actually enjoy maybe putting their own music on, kind of thing, to help them focus on that. That's one way to do it. I've also heard that people like to just use the music of the game here to be able to focus on being able to do it. Me, on the other hand, I prefer to keep keep all the audio in my ears out of it. And basically, how I focus, as I run up to the spot here, I don't necessarily focus on one particular part of the screen. I focus on the entire screen itself, because I'm focusing on watching for that screen flash there before the lightning strikes. So I usually just try to keep my gaze in the vicinity of where Tidus is, not on him, because that can actually distract me. I just try to keep it in the vicinity so I know where he is, where his feet are, and just being able to, press the cross button. I know where the lightning is going to strike every time, so I don't need to pay attention to where that is. I just need to pay attention to the lightning strike, where Tidus is, and pressing the cross button. Now, like I said, I usually just focus my gaze on the entire screen as one, and then I wait. Because this is such a rhythm-based spot, you can pretty much just predict when the flash is going to happen, press the cross button as soon as it happens, kind of thing. So yeah, that's basically how I do it, without any distractions around me, without any headphones or anything like that. So yeah, before I start talking, I'm already talking too much, but it's mainly because I just, I'm nervous. So yeah, and for good reason. I'm sure everybody who's done this before knows exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, in any case, so yeah, I'm going to cut the video off here for now, and I'm going to splice in my successful attempt if it takes more than one. And yeah, so then I'll meet you on the other side when we officially have at least 200 lightning bolts dodged consecutively. Here we go. The Lord be with you all. May the Lord be with me. And let's do this. Alright. Who would have thought moving the left analog stick and pressing the cross button could make you sweat? Alright. Thought I lost it there a couple of times, but I was able to refocus myself in time and kept going. But alright, I think I dodged 213 there, so, well, there's one way to find out if that's accurate or not. Let's go see if what our prizes are for dodging what I did dodge. Alrighty. Even several belts of electricity. Oh, hey, we got the we got the chest here. Get Megalixir. I actually got struck once more, kind of thing. But before I started recording this part. But yeah, yeah, 213. Then I got struck. So yeah, here's the. I believe that you get the elixir for being struck 80 times. Like, not consecutively, just being struck 80 times. So, there we go. Alrighty, now for the big ones. The big stuff. We're dodging 5 lightning bolts in a row. We get 2 X potions. Before I open the next one, okay, got room for it. For dodging 10 lightning bolts in a row, we get 2 mega potions. For dodging 20 in a row, we get 2 MP spheres. For dodging 50 lightning bolts in a row, we get 3 strength spheres. The MP spheres I'll be giving to, I plan on giving to Riku and Waka unless something I get another idea. And then the 3 strength spheres here, I will be giving them all to Tidus. For dodging 100 lightning bolts in a row, we get 3 HP spheres. I will be giving these to Riku. For dodging 150 lightning bolts in a row, we get 4 Megalixirs. Now is a moment of truth. Will it open? If you did not get the full 200, it will not open. So, yes! For dodging 200 lightning bolts in a row, we get the Venus Sigil. Oh boy. I say this is cause for celebration. I think I might actually want to sell some of my equipment as well. And there it is. We've only got one more to go, and fortunately, compared to that, it's nothing really. Well, it can still be tricky. There is still a strategy you got to go with, but let's see how many we actually... Ah, wow. Read it. I think this actually tells you, yeah. 302 lightning bolts have struck towards Tidus. Successfully dodged 239 bolts total and 228 consecutive bolts. Oh, sweet. Okay, so it looks like maybe the whole lightning tower thing isn't exactly true. One thing that can happen sometimes, and actually did happen to me in my last preparation run before this LP, at the area I was at, sometimes the lightning strikes can be slow. Like, obviously, when I was going through there, they were, you know, it was going nicely, you know, it was going nice and smooth. Sometimes you can get a bad roll kind of thing with the RNG or something like that. And for some reason, it just takes you do the site, you do the loop, and then you're stuck there waiting for a couple of seconds before the lightning bolt actually strikes, kind of thing. That could be a pain in the butt, and that could definitely make it take longer than it needs to. However, if you're already in the midst of going for the 200 and that starts to happen, just keep going. If you get struck, like I said, you're already halfway there. Just keep going. It may take a bit longer, but if you can get to the full 200 while doing that, there you go. You don't have to do it again. And also, then there's the whole idea. If you get struck anyway, Lord forbid that doesn't happen to you. But if it does, you know, you'll still get the prizes for how much you did, and you'll get the opportunity to try to reset it so they can get the nice quick ones kind of thing. So yeah. In commemoration of Titus's record, the committee plans to present a memento. Yeah, and we've already got it. Whoa! Alright. Alright, yeah. I think I will sell some of my equipment here. Alright, sell that, sell that. Keep that, sell that. Sell that. I can't even remember what's what anymore. It's been so long. Yeah, soft shields to get rid of. Oh boy, I might actually want to hold off on selling any more just because I can't. It's been so long since I've sold anything that I can't remember what I'm supposed to hold on to. So yeah, I think I'll figure that out off screen, and next time maybe we'll. Well, let's put it this way. Between now and next time, I actually intend to steal 10 more chocobo feathers while I'm here. How many do I have? I've got 2 of them, so I just need to steal 8 more. So yeah, just going to run into some cactuars up in the north end there and get 8 more of them. Obviously, we got Riku and Kamari with us, so yeah, we may want to switch that around there. And make sure they've got their... Let's take that off. There we go. And Vanguard, that's fine. And Titus, yeah, Sonic Steel's fine. There we go. So yeah, I'll steal 8 more chocobo feathers from the cactuars in the north end there. And yeah, then I guess next time I'll meet you at the... do I want to meet you on the... I mean, I probably could just meet you at on the airship, but we're so close to the Comlands anyway, you know. You know what? I think I'll meet you somewhere. So yeah, I'll probably either meet you either here at the Makalani Woods entrance or on the airship, one of those 3 places. So yeah, between now and next time, I'll get get up to 10 chocobo feathers, and then next time we'll make use of them with what I have planned for them, and then we will go after the next Sigil, which one would assume is the last one to get. So yeah, we'll be going after the Moon Sigil next time. This is Intrepid83 signing off. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like. Liking the video makes it easier for other people to find the video so that they can watch it and enjoy it as well. And be sure to hit subscribe and enable notifications yourself so that you can keep up with the series here and any future updates. I upload, there are no videos uploaded on Thursdays and Fridays. Other than that, check my Twitter feed if a video doesn't go up. The link to that is in the video description. And if you can think of any friends, family, anybody else you think may enjoy the series as well, be sure to share the playlist with them. The link to that is in the video description as well. And as always, comments are welcomed. Just please keep them spoiler-free and speculation-free for the sake of those who have not yet experienced this game and its story, and even for the sake of those who have experienced this game and its story, but are following along just for the sake of being able to relive it all over again for themselves. And we thank you for your caution in that regard. Take care, be blessed, and have a good one.